It is currently 11 p.m. and I said, no, I must do this video because it has to go up tomorrow. So I have to do it for you guys because you guys have been asking, and I need to spill the secret on how I lost so much weight in so little time. If you've been following me on this channel, you know that for the longest time, I have been trying to lose weight. And I'm actually always successful. I'm always successful. But the problem is I always find my way back to square one. Well, maybe not square one, but square two, something close, because I'm always back on the journey of trying to get the weight off. So the problem is not even getting the weight off, it's keeping it off. That's what I've noticed with not just me, a lot of people, because we always lose the weight, but then we gain it back. So the problem is keeping the weight off, which I will get into later on in this video. But the main thing which you guys have been asking me is how I lost weight so fast. Let me just tell you guys the truth. I starved. I was starving. That is how I lost weight. And that is not the healthiest thing to do, to be honest. And that's even one of the fastest ways to gain weight back after you've lost weight. And I'll tell you why I did it. For the longest time, I've had a very bad relationship with food. That's just the truth. And that is why I keep gaining back the weight. I have a very, very terrible relationship with food. I am what I would call an emotional eater. So you know when you're really stressed out and you're just like, oh God, I need a breather, I need to do something. People distress in so many ways. Some people would maybe go and hang out with their friends, some people would drink, some people would smoke a cigarette, some people would just, isolate themselves, some people would even travel. Like there's so many things people do to distress. What I do is eat. And not just eat anything, is eat nonsense, like nonsense. That sugar high is the high that I'm chasing. It is so ridiculous. I have such a bad relationship with food. I eat and I don't know when to stop. I binge eat. When I'm under a lot of pressure, I'm stressed out, even sometimes at the slightest inconvenience. So for those that don't know, I lost a parent in January and it was such a crazy period. It was such a crazy period. I can't even get into it, but it was really crazy. And I saw myself in the future. Like I saw my future self being obese and being the pioneer of my 600 pound life Nigeria. No jokes. I said, Somto, if you go on this path that you're on or you're about to jump on, you're going to be obese, because the more you eat, the more you'd want to eat. You never really get the satisfaction, and it's a very, very short high. It's like you're satisfied with the minutes you're eating, and maybe a few seconds after you're like, this wasn't even worth it, and then you start looking for the next thing. That's for me. I don't know about other people, but that's how it works for me. So I told myself, like, if you jump on this train there's no going back, or either that the journey coming back will be too long and too arduous and too tedious, so it's better to just get on it. So there's really no in between for me. I could not eat healthily, so I just stopped eating entirely. So it was either stop eating or be obese. And I chose, of course, to stop eating. So I didn't eat like a human being for a while. I was literally just petching on things, like, how a bird would just peck. I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. That's how I was eating. So I would have chicken breast stored in my fridge, grilled or roasted, and it would be in my fridge, and I would just not eat. I'll just drink water. I'll just be laying down, because it was a bad time. I was craving, so I'll just be laying down all the time. And when I feel like my body is shaking, or that I cannot walk from my bed to the bathroom without shaking, I will go and have a piece of chicken breast. Yes, that was my life for a few weeks, and that's why the weight loss was drastic. After a while, after about 2-3 weeks, I realized that I was doing more damage to myself than good. Even like I don't even know what's worse, if I was eating or this meant I'm not eating. But at that time, I'd really lost a couple of kilograms, and then I started to exercise. So exercise really keeps mind and body and soul together. So it's like Another escape that I have is working out. But I wasn't going to the gym for the longest. I told you guys I had a knee injury, so I couldn't even go to the gym. But then I started walking. I said to myself that maybe if I lose enough weight, the pressure on my knee would be less and then I won't feel as much pain. And thankfully that worked, because I started walking, and I used to walk at least 10,000 steps every day. Every morning when I wake up, I must past 10,000 steps before I come back home. So sometimes it's 12,000, 14,000, 15,000, but it was never less than 10,000 steps every day. And then after a while, that was like, I started doing that. And after I felt better, my knee felt a bit looser, it wasn't so painful. Then I started running. So I went from just walks to running in between and then walking. Then I decided to double up, because I'm like, okay, now that you're exercising, you have to start eating to sustain yourself. Because after exercising, I'll come back, I'll be so exhausted, I'll just be laying down, useless. So I started eating more healthily. Just something that, was low calorie, but actually nutrient dense. So I was eating right, and then I started working out twice a day. So I would do my cardio in the morning, which is my walks, and then in the evening, I would weight lift, or I would do high intensity interval training. So that's what I was doing, and then the weight just kept coming off until I plateaued. That's my story. Disclaimer, I'm not asking you to do this. I'm not asking you to do this, and I'll give you reasons why this is bad. So when you starve, even though you lose the weight, the tendency for you to gain it back and even gain more is very high. Very, very high. Because you deprive yourself of foods or things that you like to eat, and then once you start eating again, you see that you've missed it, and your body's just like, I want more, I want more, I want more. I've missed this for so long. So it's never really a good thing to do that. And by the way, you're not getting nutrients. You can't be healthy when you're starving, because your body needs all those micronutrients that you get from food, and you're not getting it. So it's not a good thing to do. It's just because me, I had my own score I decided. That's why I did it. I did it, and it was just for a while. I had to come back to the drawing board. But I'm just giving you gist on what's happened. I'm not asking you to do it. So now, for what you should do, I think that everybody knows what to do to lose weight. Everybody knows what to do to lose weight. It's with all the information out there, it's everybody knows you have to eat less, you have to make better food choices, you have to move your body. That's it, right? So I feel like losing weight is not even the problem. It's keeping it off. And it's also because of the way that I lose the weight. I'm telling myself some truths now, is that most of the time I was eating way less than I should have, because I wanted a quick fix. We all want quick fixes, and I don't know why. Because it didn't take you a month or two to gain all the weight you have. It didn't take you 2 weeks. So why do you want to lose all the weight in 2 weeks? We need to find a way to do it right. And I'll start by saying the first thing you should do is to take things slow. I have done it all. I have done keto. I have done low carb. I've done no carb. I have done carnivore. I've done it all. I have done intermittent fasting. I have tried every which way, because like I said, for years I have been trying this whole weight loss thing. Take things slow and do things that are sustainable and that could just be incorporated into your lifestyle, and then it's not looking like it's work again for you. It's not looking like it's work again for you. It's just part of you. So the same way you wake up and you have to brush your teeth and have a shower, that's the same way you wake up and I have to walk and I have to do this. It becomes a part of you. That's the best way to do it. So you can, instead of cutting out foods, entire foods, you can just portion control or find healthier alternatives, or just make some small changes. For example, the amount of oil that we use to cook as Nigerians is unnecessary. It's so unnecessary. You see that soup that you have to pour half a gallon of palm oil inside? It's not necessary. You don't have to do that. And oil has like 1 million calories inside. I'm telling you, some people's problems can be solved by just reducing the amount of oil that they take. Honestly speaking, we use way too much oil. You can invest in an air fryer for doing your protein or whatever, instead of deep frying stuff. Or if you have an oven, you can just use that and get a spray bottle, so you can just spray on oil and then you don't have to pour it over. I'm telling you, this slight change will make such a huge difference. Very, very big difference. You don't even need that much oil to fry your stew. You don't need that much oil inside your soup. You really do not. Another thing is that we eat too much. We eat way more than we need to. So I don't know if it's just because of the way we are brought up. We say, oh, you must finish your food, you must eat your 3 square meal, you have your snacks in school. I don't know, maybe that's contributed, or that is just a norm for people to eat in the morning, breakfast, lunch, dinner. Because to be honest, we don't need that much food. And I noticed that when I was eating less and I was not hungry. So I'm like, if I'm not hungry, it means my body doesn't actually need this thing I'm eating. I'm just eating because I like the taste of food, or longer throats, really. Because I don't need that much food. Because even with all the working that I was doing, all the weightlifting, all the cardio, with the amount of food I was eating, I was not losing weight or anything. I was not hungry. I was not starving myself. I was still satiated. So we don't even need that amount of food. Please weigh your food. Invest in a digital scale, in a kitchen scale. Weigh your food. Have like a portion plate or something. Track your calories. Because if you're meant to be eating like 1,500 to 2,000 calories a day, some of us eat that in one sitting. You eat a mountain of rice with your deep fried goat meat, with plantain, and then you have a chilled bottle of Coke or Chivita to wash it down. That is way over 1,000 calories, easy. And that's just one meal. That you can have that in the morning. In the afternoon, you eat one mountain of eba and soup with oil floating on top. In the night, you eat bread. And we eat too much carbs. We eat too much carbs. Your protein is meant to be the main dish, and then your carbs will be the side. Your carbs and then your veggies. But we eat the main dish. Well, I understand that is quite an expensive way to eat, but we need to cut down the amount of food that we eat. We eat way too much. We don't need to eat that. We don't need that much food to function. We really do not. Another tip also would be, sometimes when you're hungry, you're actually just thirsty. So every time you feel like, I need to put something in my mouth, put water. Drink water first. That water might be what you need to put in your mouth, not that bread that you want to go and eat with mayonnaise, or that small plate of rice, which is not actually small. So sometimes just drink water. When you feel hungry, have some water first, and you find out that, oh, I'm not even that hungry. That hunger pang has gone. That happens a lot. Another tip would be, try to eat around the same time every day. So if you're having 2 meals, you can eat around maybe 12 or 4. If you're having 3 meals, you can have maybe by 10 or by 8. Whatever time you're eating, or whatever amount of meals you're eating, try and eat it around the same time every day. So your body knows when to give you hunger cues. Because when you just eat randomly, there's no routine. You can actually make your body fall into your routine. And then you wouldn't feel hungry unless it's around that time that you're supposed to eat. So I don't feel hungry till afternoon when I usually eat. So my hunger starts coming from around 2 p.m., which is when I would eat. And then honestly, I don't even feel hungry for the rest of the day after I've eaten in the afternoon. And when you start doing something, your body gets used to it. Usually before me, once I wake up, I'm just thinking about, what can I put in my mouth? What can I put in my mouth? But you become more of what you do. So if you could just have some discipline and try and do this for like a week or 2, you find out that you won't even find it difficult in continuing the routine. Your body will follow you. Move your body, no matter how little. No matter how little, as easy as walking. You can decide, okay, that I'm going to start walking 30 minutes every day. You don't even have to do 30 minutes at once. You can do 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, 10 minutes at night. You can do 12 minutes in the morning, 18 minutes in the evening. You can decide to do 5 minutes now, 15 later, as long as you get to that 30 minutes, you have moved intentionally for 30 minutes. This is not adding to your usual daily routine. This is just, you've added an intentional 30 minutes to moving your body every day, and then you go up from there. But you need to move your body. I need to remind you that this is not only about aesthetics. It's not about the physical pleasures that come with it, even though that's amazing. You get to look good in everything you wear, and even when you're not wearing anything. But it's also about longevity and the quality of your life when you actually live long. Everybody wants to live long, but then we also want to live well. You don't want to be needing assistance just to go to the bathroom when you're 60, 70 years old. That's not a great quality of life. You still want to be able to go to the supermarket, buy what you want to buy, go shopping, carry your bags by yourself. You don't need help. You want to be able to run around with your grandkids. You can even say, you know what, tell your kids, drop your grandkids with me. They can leave your grandkids for holiday without even any help, and then you are fine taking care of them. You can run around with them, you play with them, you take them to the park, you can throw them up in the air, catch them. You still want to catch your flight, you still want to go on holiday, take amazing pictures. You can go on you can do fun things when you travel and not just sit in the hotel waiting for people to bring food to you. You can still cook, you can still do all the physical activity that you like to do because you invested in yourself and your health when you were younger. So this is a long game. It's not just for how I look today. It's for how you would feel and look in the future, in 20, 30, 40 years from now. You don't want to be in a home. You don't want to be an inconvenience to your children or to people around you. You still want to be able to do everything by yourself, unassisted. That is the real end game. That's the real goal right there. And that it even keeps off. It keeps off sicknesses. It reduces your chances of getting all these sicknesses in old age by a very big margin, a very huge margin. So why won't you do it now? So why won't you invest in yourself now? Your future self will thank you. Your bones will be strong, will be stronger. For women, it will even reduce your chances of getting osteoporosis by such a huge figure. I can't remember the figure, but the studies are there. The statistics are there. You can go look it up. It's such an amazing thing to be able to be old, to be able to live to old age, but you also want to be yourself at that old age. Nobody wants to be bedridden. It's not fun being bedridden, and then you're like, what's not the point of being alive? You're alive, but you're not living. You still want to live when you're old. That's the end game. So move your body. You see that term, use it or lose it? It's your body that term was made about. If you don't use it, you will lose it. Think about it. Even when you sit down for a very long time, when you stand up, how do you feel? There's pain in your knee or your ankle. You're like, God, you would stretch. You need to move your body. Your body wasn't designed to stay in one place.